By 2025, Anthony Joshua's lifestyle reflects not only the rewards of championship success, but the discipline and structure that carried him to the summit of heavyweight boxing in the first place. His fortune, built through world title fights, global pay-per-view events, sponsorships, and carefully chosen business ventures, represents years of calculated risk and relentless preparation rather than overnight excess. Joshua's approach to wealth mirrors his approach to boxing, measured, strategic, and controlled. Rather than projecting extravagance for its own sake, his financial decisions suggest long-term thinking, with investments and partnerships designed to sustain relevance beyond the ring. This sense of balance is evident in the way he lives, blending comfort with privacy, status with restraint. His residence reflects this philosophy, favoring space, security, and tranquility over unnecessary spectacle, a place designed for recovery, focus, and separation from the noise that follows elite athletes at his level. The mansion is less a display of excess and more a controlled environment, featuring modern architecture, open living areas, and training-focused amenities that allow Joshua to maintain peak physical condition without sacrificing personal comfort. Within these walls, routine matters as much as luxury, reinforcing the mindset that success is maintained through consistency rather than indulgence. His car collection offers another window into his personality, combining high-performance vehicles with refined luxury, reflecting an appreciation for engineering, power, and precision rather than sheer quantity. Each car represents a balance between speed and control, mirroring the attributes that defined his boxing style at its best. Yet even here, the collection feels curated rather than excessive, chosen carefully to match lifestyle rather than ego. Outside material possessions, Joshua's true wealth in 2025 lies in brand power and global recognition, cultivated through disciplined media presence and selective public appearances. He understands that image, like performance, must be managed, projecting strength, composure, and professionalism in an era where visibility can be as valuable as victory. Endorsements and commercial ventures align closely with this identity, reinforcing his reputation as an athlete who represents stability and ambition rather than volatility. Despite financial success, his daily life remains structured around training, recovery, and mental preparation, with access to elite coaching, nutrition, and sports science forming the foundation of his routine. This commitment reflects an understanding that lifestyle is not separate from performance, but an extension of it. Even leisure is approached with moderation, serving recovery and balance rather than distraction. In 2025, Anthony Joshua stands as a figure who has learned to navigate fame and fortune with maturity, using wealth as a tool rather than a destination. His lifestyle tells the story of an athlete who has transitioned from contender to global icon without losing sight of the discipline that built his success. Rather than chasing attention, he allows consistency to define him, maintaining a life that supports longevity, purpose, and relevance. In this balance between power and restraint, ambition and stability, Anthony Joshua's lifestyle reflects not just what he has achieved, but how he intends to endure. As Anthony Joshua moves deeper into 2025, his identity continues to evolve beyond that of a heavyweight boxer, shaped increasingly by the responsibilities and perspective that come with longevity at the top of a global sport. Years of competing under relentless scrutiny have refined not only his physical approach, but also his understanding of value, time, and sustainability. Joshua now operates with a heightened awareness that every decision, inside and outside the ring, carries long-term consequences, and this awareness defines his business mindset. His ventures beyond boxing are not impulsive or trend-driven, but carefully aligned with his personal brand, favoring stability and credibility over short-lived attention. Endorsements are chosen selectively, often reflecting themes of performance, discipline, and resilience, qualities that mirror his own journey. Rather than diversifying recklessly, Joshua's approach suggests a desire to build a coherent portfolio, one that can endure well beyond his fighting years. This restraint is particularly notable in an era where athletes are often encouraged to monetize visibility at every opportunity. Joshua, however, understands that scarcity and consistency strengthen brand value, allowing his presence to remain impactful rather than diluted. His public image in 2025 reflects this balance, presenting confidence without excess, ambition without volatility, and authority without confrontation. Media appearances are deliberate, interviews measured, and social presence controlled, reinforcing a narrative of professionalism that appeals to both global audiences and long-term partners. Behind the scenes, this discipline extends into daily structure, where training remains central but no longer singular. Recovery, mental preparation, and strategic planning occupy equal importance, reflecting a broader understanding of performance longevity. Access to elite sports science, personalized conditioning programs, and advanced recovery techniques allows Joshua to maintain competitiveness while managing the physical toll of heavyweight boxing. Nutrition, once a support element, has become a cornerstone of his routine, optimized not only for performance but for health and sustainability. This holistic approach reflects a shift from short-term peak performance toward long-term preservation, an acknowledgement that true success is measured across decades rather than single nights. Financially, Joshua's net worth in 2025 represents the cumulative result of championship purses, pay-per-view revenue, endorsements, and disciplined management. Yet wealth, in his case, appears to serve function rather than spectacle. Investments emphasize security and growth, often in sectors that complement his public identity or offer stability beyond sport. Property holdings, business partnerships, and brand equity form a diversified foundation designed to withstand the unpredictability inherent in combat sports. Unlike many athletes whose fortunes fluctuate with results, Joshua's financial structure reflects insulation from volatility, offering independence and leverage regardless of competitive outcomes. This financial independence grants him agency, the ability to choose fights, manage schedules, and prioritize health without external pressure. It also shapes his outlook on legacy. In 2025, Joshua appears increasingly conscious of how he will be remembered, not merely as a champion, but as a professional who navigated success with composure and foresight. His influence extends into mentorship, representation, and the broader conversation around athlete development, where discipline and planning are emphasized alongside ambition. Younger fighters often view him as a model of what modern professionalism looks like in boxing, someone who understands that the sport rewards not only courage and power, but patience and intelligence. This role carries responsibility, and Joshua embraces it quietly, without overt declaration. His lifestyle reflects this maturity, balancing privacy with presence, ambition with stability. Travel, leisure, and downtime are structured to support recovery and clarity rather than distraction, reinforcing the idea that rest is an investment rather than indulgence. Even moments of relaxation are framed within discipline, designed to restore rather than disrupt. As the heavyweight division continues to evolve, Joshua's position within it remains shaped by this broader perspective. Whether stepping into the ring or stepping into boardrooms, he operates with a calm awareness of timing, opportunity, and consequence. The future, for him, is not defined solely by titles or records, but by relevance, influence, and continuity. In this sense, Anthony Joshua's lifestyle in 2025 tells a deeper story than luxury or fortune alone. It reflects the evolution of an athlete who has learned to translate success into structure, fame into stability, and ambition into longevity. Rather than chasing excess, he builds foundations. Rather than reacting to pressure, he anticipates it. And in doing so, he presents a version of modern athletic success that values endurance over spectacle, purpose over impulse, and legacy over immediacy.